Because in all honesty, it makes the game a lot easier if you fight every single encounter rather than like sneaking around everyone. Because then when it comes to bosses, you get like slapped around.
Are you all prepared?
What of the calling card, Makoto?
I showed it to Sis. She took it from my very own hands. Makoto.
I understand how you feel, but you mustn't be so downtrodden.
Also, my favorite part about this palace is, if you remember from earlier in the game, it's not a game, I'm not a room, I'm challenging you. I'm not a phantom, I'm in your face and I'm here to see it through right before your eyes. You actually get the lyrics this time.
Yeah, if we screw this up, we're done for.
This is my favorite song with the lyrics. This is my favorite song out of all of this game.
It's way more than losing the place we belong. We could even lose our lives here, you know.
It'll be all right. I want to save my sister, no matter what. Is everyone decided? Mm-hmm. All's well that ends well. So much has happened since we first started. You guys have become quite the reliable team. All right, Joker. This is the Phantom Thieves' final heist. Give us the signal.
Let's do this.
It's showtime.
It's showtime. Change. And our voices ring out there. Supermascot to be free. Fighting off in the debris. Now we know that life will change.
I should write something.
Our only objective today is stealing Sai's treasure. Let's go. And it a shame, not a fiend. I'm sorry, I can't sing it. I need to stop. Huh? Where's the treasure? It seems you came, just as I had planned. As she planned? No. Was the treasure put on display to lure us here? So that's why we could faintly see its shape. First off, allow me to compliment you. I never expected you would be able to make it this far. You would much rather have the treasure than your words of praise. Where did you hide it? Come. We shall put on an end to this once and for all. It seems as though she wants us to pursue her. Damn it, she's mocking us! Let's go after her! Oh, wait a second, hang on. I just realized something before I go in. Haru. I'll use Kechi. There we go. Yeah, I'll use a Haru, Kechi, and Makoto. Alright.
Do you have
This
a moment?
elevator will most likely take us to Sai-san's location. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. Alright then, let's go! Sis, I'll protect you, no matter what it takes.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
Tonight we are victorious!
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
Damn, you're just calling her stupid.
She's lost control. This This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle.
Battle like a Pokemon battle. Tyrannosaurus.
Why don't we begin?
What?
High stakes gambling out here. We're gonna spin the roulette wheel. Let's go. My money's on 28.
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games. We ain't following your damn rules.
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
Ugh.
What was that?
Now come at me.
Come at me, bro.
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone. Be on alert.
May the best player win.
All right, let's do it.
Persona! Don't rush it.
Oh shit. I almost unplugged myself there.
You oppose us. Break down.
This is what separates us.
May the best player win.
Roulette time. Bet HP.
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives.
And the stakes, whoever wins gets the blood sacrifices of the other. I'll take your bet.
Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your
So-
rules anymore.
The thing is, you get punished for not following the rules. She basically insinuates if you attack her while the wheel is spinning, she will fuck you up. And like, I mean, she will fuck you up. Like, it's bad to do it. But some people do it. I, on the other hand, will not. So sorry, because like, I don't want to risk dying, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna discard.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will
But you do get harshly penalized if you do attack her during this stage.
Go! Power up!
Which sucks, because Futaba gives you, like, an attack up, and she's, like, insinuating, hey, guys, let's do it.
For not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
But in this instance, to save yourself from the penalty, you discard. She doesn't do anything to you. It's not like she does anything to you. You're just basically spinning the wheel and placing a bet. She doesn't physically attack you during this stage.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into.
So it's best just to follow the rules if you want to avoid getting your shit whipped.
Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that up, she'd just ignore us. We should go along with the game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
I agree.
Predict which pocket the ball will fall into before your turn begins. Various bonuses will be applied to the enemies or your allies depending on the outcome. Greater bonuses will be given for more difficult predictions. Carefully consider the flow of battle when determining where you place your bet.
Well, how will you
Basically
bet?
what they're insinuating, she's going to cheat, yes. Lo and behold, in a palace where she continually cheats, she's going to cheat on this. You want to bet the lowest on this turn and figure out how she cheats. How should I bet? A safer low return bet. Where will the ball fall? Red or black? Let's just pick red. Because no matter what she cheats, it doesn't matter what you
Your
pick.
decision.
You will lose
Then
this
let's
turn.
see the results.
So it's better to go low stakes so that way you don't lose like more than what you should bargain for. But if you can clearly see it, there's a glass screen that blocks the ball from going in. That's what you're supposed to realize in that instance.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker?
I most certainly have.
Really? How is she doing it?
There's a glass lid on the pockets.
See, you're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have Everyone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
Yes, let's choose.
We cannot allow this cheating to continue.
I need to expose her trickery. Should I send someone to do it? Yes, sir.
I'm ready whenever.
Yes, let's send the person with the grenade launcher to snipe the glass lid. I don't think it matters because whoever you choose snipes the lid.
As long as I get close, even this gun should. I'm ready when.
Leave it to me. I won't miss the mark.
I'll have a catch you do it.
This is how it's done.
But it's just funny.
May the best player win.
This is one of the few where it's like if you choose someone to go do something, it doesn't matter who.
The
Because
stuff displayed on the monitor changed.
in the first palace, if you actually chose on, because obviously Kamoshida always had his eyes on. So if you chose on to go and try and knock his crown off, you would lose. You would fail because he would recognize her. You have to pick Ryuji or Morgana. Unlike this one, like as long as you have someone, you could just pick whoever, even if they happen to have a grenade launcher as a weapon.
That must mean the betting changes every time.
And of course, the thing that sucks is like this is it's betting money, which the second one is guaranteed. This is guaranteed because you're obviously going to expose her cheating now. So when you spin the wheel, you want to do the high bet, but it's pointless because it's for fucking money, and I have money. Like, I'm literally a millionaire, so it just kind of frustrates me.
Sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette.
I would have loved if it was like an attack boost or something, or like
Very well, time to make your bet.
she gets like lower defense or something.
Well, how will you bet?
But yeah, you want to do the high bet now since you're going to expose her cheating. And it's guaranteed. It's not like it won't happen. You're guaranteed to expose her cheating. How should I bet? A risky high return bet. Which pocket should I bet on? 13 through 24.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time.
Because she'll just try to cheat it, and then you'll shoot it. And you're guaranteed to win. Hey, look at that. We get money. Hey, 9,000.
What?
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating.
Okay, actually, while I have her held up right now, funny thing, it's a little secret that I learned that I personally haven't done, but I learned from the community. If you do this fight solo as Joker, you obviously don't have anyone to expose her cheating because you need to send someone out to expose her cheating. The game has a failsafe, and it will reveal her cheating if you play as Joker solo and do this fight. I think Futaba has like a voice line where she basically calls like Sai out like, hey, you're a little bitch for cheating. And then Sai gets like angry and then you basically just continue the fight. There's no like roulette wheel. I'm pretty sure. It's something like that. But it's interesting, like if you do the fight solo, because obviously you don't have a team member to expose the cheating. They have like a fail-safe in place if you play the game solo.
You coward! What are you so quiet for? Say something!
Shut up! Shut up!
Uh-oh. Hey, look at those iron titties, dog.
Sis?
Cheating? Unfair? Silence! This is my world! I am the law! I am everything! No one in this world deserves to win except for me! If you still dare to defy my justice, then prepare to be totally crushed!
Yo, is that a flamethrower, rocket launcher, Gatling gun, and t-shirt cannon all in one arm?
It's my sister's true nature? No! We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. But now she basically...
The roulette panel's changed?
She bets what type of attack she's going to use now. And so how she attacks is completely random. So in this instance, maybe having like Hifumi's abilities to switch out characters will come in handy because it's just going to be random. Like some characters might be weak to ice and stuff. So you want to switch those guys out, you know, when you have the chance. But it's obviously completely random what thing she uses.
She's way more powerful than before. Don't underestimate her. The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Violet win!
Defense reverted.
Persona! Feel my rage! Persona! This is a part of me!
Persona!
And obviously, depending on what type of thing she lands on, she becomes like immune to that and whatnot. So it's a completely random fight.
Has revealed. I must strike at evil with my bolt of judgment.
But I mean, it's pretty much a play on gambling. Like, all these occurrences are random. She doesn't have her own like skill set. She kind of just like goes with the flow of like whatever the betting was. But see, now she used lightning attacks.
With electricity.
It's better to have someone who repels that kind of stuff.
This isn't it.
I forget if she had a
The
weakness.
opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Ah, wind. Okay, and I don't have any wind.
Persona! I'm very grateful.
Very helpful.
You gotta hit them!
Your life is forfeit.
Your life is forfeit.
Behave yourself.
Let's go.
Do I have anyone has like wind skills? I don't think I do. I may need to switch out. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, it's my only chance, even though he doesn't like repel it like he did.
Go down.
Got some moves.
Come. You're mine.
You oppose us.
I will win.
You my skill.
Take this.
Persona. There.
Sorry if I'm like a little focused. I don't really talk that much during boss fights. I mean, I don't even know why I'm like super focused, because like I don't really...
Only victory matters. To guarantee it, you have to be willing to do anything.
I'm not really scared that I'm gonna get
Right?
my shit pushed in.
No matter what happens here, I need to keep winning.
Sis, why?
How about this?
Persona. Yuya Picaro. Pillow Fort. Sacred Tempest.
The opponent is
Oh,
strong.
she still had...
Don't do anything.
Never mind. I thought she reverted back when she spun the wheel. I lied. That was my fault. I should have just hit her with another wind attack. That's fine. It'd be like that. It'd be do. If I'm not mistaken, I think she always lands on Almighty for the second one. Well, actually, okay. Actually, funny enough, in base Persona 5, this fight did not play out like this. She didn't have like a roulette wheel for her attacks. She simply just had her actual base like move set. So as long as you knew how to counteract that, you'd win the fight easily. Like, it wasn't that bad. But the fact that she can like interchange on like a gamble what her attacks are like, it makes the boss fight a lot more interesting, and also plays into the fact that it is a casino. Like, she's gambling what moves she's going to do. It's all random chance.
I'm right. I'm always right.
But as if I remember correctly, like the Almighty is guaranteed on the second one. They always change her to Almighty on the second one.
That's why I have to be the victor. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Don't stand in the way of my victory. Hurry and die.
Help us!
Persona!
That's not right.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything
I'll
reckless.
save that for Makoto.
Violet win!
Persona! Where's help? Let's go. She needs help. Much obliged.
My thanks.
Persona!
Persona!
Die on my blade.
Persona! Pillow Fort.
Sacred Tempest!
I'll use my persona. Thank you so much.
Very helpful.
Persona.
Persona!
Cannot lose. Die, die, die.
Watch the enemy's attack. This one. Defense up.
Defense up!
Let's go. Violet win!
Persona! Okay. I'm very grateful.
My thanks.
Persona! Behold!
Taste my wrath!
Taste my wrath!
I just need to win. As long as I can win. That's all that matters.
Sis.
Die, die, die!
Sorry. Sorry, that just sucked. Damn. Joker's brutal, man. I do like your spiky titties, though. That was a good feature.
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Quiet!
sorry?
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor.
Think back to my training. Back when Mr. Miyagi taught me the ways of the blade.
Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
A corrupt individual.
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me.
Yes, sir.
To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Want to continue that?
By no means. This shall be the end of our working together. That was part of our promise. You haven't forgotten, have you?
All right, we don't need to stay here any longer. Are you all right? I am. Let's go. Huh? Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real?
For real?
What's going on?
It's the cop
Those
force.
numbers.
This doesn't look good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded. A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy.
Why, I'm the perfect man to get arrested.
No, that's too dangerous.
I'll do it.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Well, I mean, by the laws of time and space, I have to be the one that does it.
He's quiet. Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer.
That's right. I gotta protect my team.
I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Thanks. You know what? That's the confidence I needed, Ryuji.
Please don't do anything reckless, okay? I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more are coming!
This truly is a painfully reluctant parting.
It seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
And this is literally how the game starts. We're back at it, baby.
There's someone here.
Look at that man. Look at this dude.
Hey, up there! He's here. Move it immediately.
Bam, 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 bam. But see, now we can see everyone. Unlike the beginning of the game, they were all silhouettes because we didn't actually know them yet.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. What was that? Don't worry about us. Just concentrate on getting away. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
There he is!
Just run! Get out of there! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries, I can guide you all.
Stop right there!
And the events pretty much fold out the same way they did before.
Take him down, Joker!
Hell yeah. Except this time, instead of just using, because I think they give you Arsene, you still have like your same personas. Because I think the tutorial like show like you have it has you fight with Arsene. But now that I'm at my level,
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you.
I like Arsene.
Something else.
Get him, Joker!
Get fucked, nerd. I like how the drain just sounds like a fart, kinda.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds bonds you have forged with your friends.
What I'm basically saying is you're going to get arrested now, and you'll need all the power that you can muster to survive this outcome.
If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
What an ominous way to say that I'm pretty much gonna lose my life.
Okay, pull out before their backup gets
Or
here.
potentially not.
You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful! Joker, behind you! Go through that door!
Yes, ma'am. But you know what that means because these events are unfolding again.
You should be able to get out that way. Hurry!
You know who I'm talking about.
Can you even hear us?
Don't worry, I'm picking up everyone's voices. Just go, Joker!
We get to see the lovely waifu again.
Wait a sec.
I'm getting a weird reading heading your way.
Run! Run!
So as we know, we didn't know Kasumi beforehand, but she went against what she wanted to do, and she willingly found this palace, entered it, and helped us in the end. So that's something interesting.
Where'd it go, damn it? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Up ahead! Stop! This is bad! Hide, Joker! You'll never get away if you just keep fighting. Hide from the shadows, or hide in the shadows, and sneak past when you see an opening. Hey, are you sure you came this way? Understood. I will continue the search. Now's your chance! Make a run for it! Ah! How many of them are there? Everything's okay? The security level might rise if you take too much time. I know! I'm looking for another route. Just hang on. Ah, perfect timing. Joker, look up. Can you use that thing to just fly over there? Alright, go straight from there. Oh, Kasumi!
Joker, stop! It's an enemy right near you! Even you can't take on this many. Huh?
But with a certain help from a certain someone.
Joker, that weird reading from earlier is closing in on you too!
Hell yeah. There she is.
I'll end this right now. Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
God damn, that's hot.
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do this, senpai!
Her weapons are just cool, too. I love her character. I love the saber and the,
The enemy readings have decreased?
lever action.
That's...
Hey!
It's been a while since we last fought side by side.
Yes, ma'am.
But this time, it's my turn to come to your aid, senpai.
One thing they don't
Let's
answer,
win
though.
this.
One thing they don't answer, though, I don't think, is like how she found you guys. Like how she figured out that you were in Sai's palace and that Sai even had a palace. I mean, she probably could have just researched on her app, like the MetaNav. Like maybe they're somehow linked, like with the fact that like she probably has the search history on her phone since she like entered as well. So she probably could have just used the search history and found that we entered Sai's palace and came in after us, but yeah. I appreciate it. So she literally like went against her own word to help us fight side by side to save my life in this instance.
Persona!
Pillow Fort. Sacred Captain!
I like how no matter what, they guarantee that Kasumi gets the end card.
Too late to be sorry.
Which I appreciate. Because that means you already get to see it. That's her end card.
I think that's the last of them.
I genuinely have no clue what just happened, but I take it you're okay? Wait, bad news. Enemy backup's headed your way. You need to book it right now.
Please go. I'm going to make it harder for them to track you down.
It's just also impressive how quickly she grasps, like, the metaverse.
You still have something you need to do as a Phantom Thief, right?
Like, how easy it was for her to, like,
Then I won't stop you.
use a lever action rifle and a saber with her gymnastic skills. That's pretty insane. Like, I don't think she has any swordplay or gunplay skills, yet she's, like, flipping over enemies and, like, shooting them in the head and...
Since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves, I'm in no position to interfere. However, please don't forget the promise we made, okay?
Joker, you need to get out of there. Go, go, go!
All right.
Go up the stairs at the end of the path, just a little more, so hang in there. Stop time.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
I also like just how the beginning of the game almost makes it feel like you're actually, like, up against real people. Like, he really is, like, in kind of like a casino.
The exit should be up ahead.
Through there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor's completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
But in reality, they're all shadows. They're all just, like, monstrosities under the mask. Except with those guys, I'm sure you'd have to, like, rip off their shades.
See ya.
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
Ambush time.
Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go! Go, go, go! Go over there!
See, the thing about this, though, is I'm actually pretty sure those are real people. That's like, this is like an actual, like, SWAT squadron that actually entered the metaverse. Like, I don't think any of these people were actually shadows. Like, these were actual cops that, like, knew about the metaverse. Or, like, you know, were following the lead of someone who knows about the metaverse and actually entered Sai's palace to capture you.
Expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this.
Which further reinforces the fact that,
sold out.
whoever we're dealing with knows a lot more about the metaverse, or just as much as we know about it.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
And there you have it. We are now in the present day. We've officially made it, boys. Saving is highly suggested as the story will progress greatly soon. Would you like to save now? Yes, sir. Basically what they mean by that is a big decision is going to happen. Whether you walk towards the true ending or you fail the game.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up.
I mean, usually when you interrogate people this hard, they're like actual, like, hardened veteran criminals, not high schoolers.
You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? Hear my question? Answer!
How to piss a cough off instantly. Just don't answer questions. Just sit there in silence.
Obstruction of justice,
Blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Talk about the works.
Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. The thing that all those crimes were led by
I like how
like this.
They deemed Okumura's death manslaughter. They at least gave us that. It wasn't straight up murder, because I think the manslaughter came from us accidentally killing Okumura. Like, they even deemed that an accident. Because that's what manslaughter is an accidental murder. Like, if you fucking... that's vehicular manslaughter, but, like, you know... I guess, like, a manslaughter would be more like if someone walked in your house and spooked you and you fired your gun into their chest like 4 times and killed them or something like that. Like, you were just, like, freaked out, like they scared you or something, and you killed them because you thought they were an intruder. Like, that would be, I think, considered, like, manslaughter or something. Like, doing it by accident, not, like, of intent. I understand. But yeah, so I'd assume they deemed Okumura like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece.
Which is funny coming from people who literally want to, like, kill us and throw us in jail and lock us away forever.
Their actions.
That's what I don't understand. Like, why do they give us, like, the harsher penalty of manslaughter than to just say it was full-blown murder? Because that's how everyone was putting it. Like, we literally, like, just killed Okumura. We decided, hey, let's fucking kill this dude. So I don't know.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
And we've already saw that they were already cutting her off from the case, so...
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor-san, Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
That's so fun. Like, because they, obviously, yeah, because we're in the present time now. So all the events that just happened, starting from when I first arrived in you know, Tokyo to or Yogenjaya, whatever, under Sojiro's care, like the start of the story happened there, all the way up to this point I've been explaining to Sai. So like the whole 70-80 hours we've been playing this game was basically explain, and they just make the mention like, oh, we're gonna have to cut the time short, but like here I am. So what did dating a fortune teller have to do with your Phantom Thievery? Well, let me tell you, like it's just funny how in depth it goes.
I understand.
I mean, I gotta believe that like you actually cut out some of the details, but
well done on making it this far, inmate.
Well done on getting arrested, inmate, because now you're both arrested in the metaverse and in the real world now. How does it feel?
Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. I'm gonna be
straight up honest with you, though. I would rather be interrogated by a woman than 2 lolies who beat the shit out of me. So I think my fair bet is to say that getting arrested in real life was the better one.
The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
It's almost like we finished each other's sandwiches. Caroline, I'm going to whip your ass. I'm going to take that long schnoz of yours and shove it up your ass.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here.
Yes, ma'am.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
Lightening my sentence? What do you want?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal.
The death penalty for helping people see, you know, their true goals in life and stop them going down a corrupt path of literally destroying and wreaking havoc and causing chaos on the world. Yes, I get the death penalty for that. There are literal people out there that want nothing more than to just murder other people. Like, they get a sick fantasy kick from, like, ripping open someone's stomach and eating their guts. There are people that exist in this world that are like that. And those people don't even get the fucking death penalty sometimes. Are you kidding me? I'm out here changing the world for the better, and they're gonna give me the death penalty. Like, bruh.
Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura.
Like how you skipped over Makoto because you don't want to believe it still.
The frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy,
Makoto
Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Snitches get stitches. Never heard of them.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened.
Are you saying, rat out my friends? And that's the funny, that was the whole Takeshi meme, because, like, they were putting his face, like, over Joker and being like, oh, just sell out everyone that I know and I'll get a lighter sentence? That's pretty much what he did.
You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did
but
you
no.
not? Can you tell me about them?
Snitches get stitches. I would rather die than rat out my friends. There were no such people. Plus, we gotta take care of the wifey, you know? I don't want to rat out Chiaya. She has a bright future ahead of her, you know? If I have to die for her happiness, I will gladly do that.
I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators.
There never were teammates or collaborators. I did this all myself.
Do you even understand the position that you're in?
I do.
Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
Not Akechi.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well.
He wasn't one of us. But
so be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
that's...
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
It's wrong.
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who's made wrong choices.
Listen, buddy. I'm just a phantom thief. Justice is on our side.
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response.
That's literally what I've been following since day one. I want to help people.
You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth.
Oh, boo-hoo, you can't figure out my story? Tell the fucking Kamoshida who was literally abusing students! Oh my god, I get it. The main villain of this fucking game is a very corrupt individual who's trying to fucking control the world and manipulate all these channels of individuals. But holy fucking shit, Sai, you're gonna sit there and tell me that I'm a criminal that deserves to fucking die for wanting to help people. Do you know how many people I fucking saved their lives by changing these corrupt individuals? Most of these people... Suzui-san literally tried to kill herself because of the position she was in. Do you not think there was at least 5, 10 other students who were in her position that wanted to do the exact same thing? Blows my mind. How can you sit there like that and just have no fucking sympathy for what I was doing? Nobody does. And I get it. Adults bad in this game. But, it infuriates me how fucking stupid you are sometimes. Like, you're gonna praise these... You're gonna feel bad for the cops that are like, oh, my job is hard because I can't figure out the moto or the fucking... how the Phantom Thieves did their Phantom Thievery. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm not gonna get a raise now. Boo-hoo. Meanwhile, you got fucking Madarama's pupils literally fucking eating off the streets now because they don't have a career they could go into anymore. All they knew was fucking art, and their art careers got ruined. Meanwhile, you have Kaneshiro sucking people dry of money. Everyone went into debt because of that motherfucker. Anywho, let's get on with it. Jesus Christ. I got so mad.
The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
Well, I'm sorry it's strange, but it's the fucking truth. You told me to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And I did that. What about the true culprit?
After all this, you're still...
The drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Pancakes! Remember way back when we had a conversation about pancakes at a certain TV station.
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
You putting it together now? Who the true culprit is? For those of you who haven't played the game?
It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Don't you want to win?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation room. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey, Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Do you know this place?
Do you mean this interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know about it? What an odd thing to ask. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right. There's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
All right.
Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I want to make a deal with you.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Show it?
That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it. We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the true culprit.
The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that run, my task will be simple.
Well, that voice is pretty recognizable.
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
I already told you.
What do you...
He wasn't a teammate, but he was responsible.
My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you.
You know, honestly, like, oh, that honest young look in your eye. Sai, I feel like you should go back to that look, if I'm being honest with you. Like, sometimes when you talk, I feel like poop is just coming out of your mouth. Like, especially what freaking sent me into a fit, like, earlier, like, her, like, oh, you don't think that the justice is for everyone? You think that this is your justice? It's like, yeah, it is justice, because it's like a utilitarian view of the society, like the greatest good for the greatest number of people. I understand we can't make everyone happy, but you know what? How many people's lives did we change because we stopped one corrupt individual? You know? Like, how many people were so much more better off and happy that we decided to be like, you know what? This guy's an asshole. Let's change his heart. So, yeah.
I just need to show him the phone, right?
Yes, ma'am. I feel as if Sai finally understands me. I am thou. Thou art I. Awakened the ultimate secret of the judgment. It's kind of funny because I think you get like 4 ranks and then it immediately just jumps to 10. But basically, Sai's rank up, if you haven't realized it yet, is basically just the true ending. That's why she's not an actual confidant. It's just like the barrier for the true ending. True justice. Cooperate as comrades who fight for justice and seek the truth.
All right.
Because that was the big game changer, was convincing Sai to sort of be a part of your shenanigans, was basically getting the true ending. You can now fuse Satan, the most powerful in the judgment. I almost said Santa. You can now fuse Santa.
Now. What good will this do, though?
Just believe in me, Sai. And look who it is, the man of the hour.
Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
Why would you say that?
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me.
Who am I supposed to show this to?
My God.
Goro
To him.
Akechi. Sold us out, that freaking
Is there
rat.
a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman.
What a crazy ass look. Well, now I'm sure you could put the context clues together as to what he's about to do next. He's not coming here to interrogate us.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
What are you...
I owe you for all of this. Thanks.
I'm gonna be honest, that was pretty stinky though. You managed to put a silencer on a pistol like rapid fast. Like you took his gun and put a silencer on it. Also, don't silencers have like a custom fit to like certain handguns? So like how did you... Well, I guess you could... It's probably like a standard issue police handgun, so I'm sure you could just find the match for that.
That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And now it will be completed.
I'm sorry, I'm probably ruining the moment talking about silencers.
Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
God, who likes this guy? This is such a creepy ass look, bro. You here to kill me? Yes, sir.
Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Yikes. It's that fatherly instinct. And that's the end of Persona 5 Royal. I hope you all enjoyed. Joker dies. I don't know. You know, it's sad. You hate to see it, but, you know, Akechi wins in the end.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on
And this whole time, Akechi's been working with the man that put us in jail from the start of the game.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing
Who
our
just
work.
so happens to be the main villain of this game.
Make sure to kill that strange
The one
coward
who's
find
been
as well.
pulling the strings from the very beginning.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
The goddamn politician coming, Masayoshi Chido.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Damn, even him. Bye-bye. 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 Start spewing black goop from your eyeballs. Bye-bye. See you later. Nobody liked you.
Can't be.
Shouldn't have...
Even me.
Shouldn't have done dealings with corrupt individuals.
Damn. Shit.
It almost sounded like he said shit.
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil.
Because it was all part of the plan.
He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
Hell yeah.
You want me to save him?
Come on, Sai. Fight for justice, Sai. Save me.
Huh?
Yes.
What is it?
Nothing.
But also, something should be cued in your brain. Remember, the guard died. So why is he still alive? Our plan's working. I'm not dead yet.
Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
He's not dead yet, which means none of that actually happened.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true.
Or perhaps
Is something the matter?
It happened in a different universe.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
You know what, Sai? When you talk about saving someone's life in a menacing way, it's actually kind of hot.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip. Sorry. I keep hitting my controller accidentally. Forget this ever happened, I think she said. My apologies.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
John,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen,
We got him.
we got him. Joker's not dead. Joker's not dead because we got him. We got him because we knew all along that he was the culprit.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die?
I didn't die. That's the thing.
Do you remember?
Did you not hear Ryuji say we got him?
It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
It seems you forgot the important fact that we actually tricked Akechi this entire time.
Indeed. Your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat?
But it's actually kind of funny because now I can talk about it because obviously now you've seen that, you know, you're supposed to die. Akechi was going to kill you. That's why Chihaya was so hesitant and so afraid of my future and how she couldn't read it because she didn't know how it was going to turn out. Depending on if you can win Sai over, basically saves your life. Sai basically saves your life in that instance. Like, it all boiled down to making sure that Sai would show Akechi the phone. And we're gonna uncover why and their entire plan later. But there was a plan in motion this whole time. Everything played out exactly how it was supposed to.
The memories which are missing.
And now we're going to recollect all the fuzzy memories, I think. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right, it was during the school festival. All those fuzzy memories that we never got to see are gonna happen now.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too then.
Mm-hmm.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Remember way back when on the old TV station field trip? A certain someone overheard Morgana specifically say pancakes. And when he walked around the corner, he said, did someone mention something about delicious pancakes? At that instance, Akechi should have never been able to hear Morgana's voice. But he did.
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard
Exactly. We can't trust him.
My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
And it's funny, that's why there's a whole meme of why
There's no
Akechi
way
hates
that this
pancakes.
is the first time he's heard my voice.
Because it was literally his downfall. That's why we knew we couldn't trust him. Ever since that encounter, we knew we could not trust him. So this entire time, we have never trusted Akechi. It was never like, oh no, a big reveal, Akechi was the spy. No, we knew. We knew Akechi was the traitor the entire time. In that moment, we knew he was the traitor.
This whole deal feels sketchy.
Which is kind of crazy because they're basically pulling off like an accusation. Like, you have to fucking remember something and you have to realize, like, that happened. Like, God only knows how many parts ago that was. That was probably like 50 hours of gameplay that went by. You literally have to remember something that happened like 50 hours ago in playing this game. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, if you can realize it on the spot, you basically just beat the game. You beat the big twist of the game. This is the big twist. Let's do some research.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
But I just like it. That's why everyone memed him to where like he doesn't like pancakes because it's his entire downfall. By mentioning
There's
the fact
something else we want you to look into.
that someone was talking about pancakes, which happened to be the one person he should not have been able to hear in a normal voice. It gave him away. It feels like a whole, you know, detective moment, you know, like Soichigayo. I don't think Akechi's the culprit. No, that's wrong. He talked about pancakes.
If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
You can do it, Futaba.
I agree. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but she's freaking out.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect.
What kind of plan?
An incredible one.
Futaba's going to do something. I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember.
I'll try not to go into too detail about the plan right now, because they do explain the entire thing, so.
This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
My memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. I didn't die. Because he killed the metaverse me. It never happened. It was only in the figment of Sai's brain! Oh, look at that smug bastard. Would you like to save your current progress? Yes, I would. That was literally like 40 minutes of dialogue. But now we're on track for the true ending. So basically, if you don't convince Sai, if you basically choose to sell out your friends and you don't convince Sai to show Akechi the phone, you get like the bad ending. And you just end up getting shot and killed for real. I heard that they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way! I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself? Huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Ah, Sai, your beautiful voice. Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening?
I am.
Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
Yes, sir. And now with that fact alone, should instantly make you think, wow, this dude's an asshole. Yes, he is literally the one that shot Okumura, that shot Wakaba, that shot all those people, and gave them mental shutdowns. It was him. It was Akechi. He caused all those murders. The train accident, remember with the train driver, and he crashed because he had a mental shutdown? Akechi. He did it. He shot and killed him. He did all that bullshit. All of it. All the mental shutdowns, fucking him.
His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace, as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
Yes, so I pretty much just said it. Yes, he is the Black Mass murderer. Yes, he's the one.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere.
Cheeto.
The grand mastermind behind this all.
Cheeto! Cheeto!
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
That's true. Okay, I guess I will. But I mean, like, he still did it. He still committed the acts. But, like, Akechi was basically the gun to the mental shutdown. Cheeto was the one ordering everything. So, he's, like, the real mastermind. But still, I don't think Akechi should be blamed any less for willingly going in and shooting people and causing them to have mental shutdowns.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Yes, sir.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
Remember how we were talking about how, besides, like, the courtroom, casino, everything else looks similar?
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way.
When there's a will, there's a way.
A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, they already revealed his identity. It's Shido, because Akechi was talking to him. That's the mastermind, is Shido.
If
The
he
man
wants
that
to kill the guy, why not let him?
literally threw us in jail all those months ago.
That is, inside of a palace.
Yes. We could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
See, at least she apologizes for, like, roughing up Sojiro and stuff.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey!
Hey, you big bastard.
It's almost like I didn't get beat up in there. Like, I have no bruises anymore.
How've you been?
Ghostly.
You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
He sees the announcement. Ah, yes, the young student had killed himself in the interrogation room. Then Soldier's like, what the? And then Sai walks in, just dumps his body on the floor. I can explain later. And then she just leaves. Like, what the? Wait, but he's up there, and now he's down here. What the?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
Sojo doesn't really know. I mean, he knows about the metaverse, but I think his brain's a little, you know, too wrapped around other things to worry about that kind of stuff. You're gonna have to dumb it down a little.
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yes, sir, when he talked about pancakes. Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
Yeah, I was literally telling you a fantasy story about me entering people's brains and I talked to my cat. You think me bringing up the fact that Akechi was the true culprit was gonna... You were gonna be convinced otherwise? I had to, like, wheedle you down to, like, the very nitty-gritty, like, last-ditch effort to be like, hey, you can either trust me on this deal or you don't. Akechi's the bad guy. And then she's like, oh, you're right, you know? I couldn't just, like, bring that up fourth hand, because then you would have been like, yeah, you're stupid, you know?
True.
We had to back you into a corner with that, like, 80-hour-long conversation about how me dating Chiaya was important to the Phantom Thievery.
Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was.
How my gunplay comes from a kid in an arcade, and how all my guns are actually fake and bought from an underground mafia dad at a airsoft shop.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
How I literally
that was a bold move.
Shoot up fake heroin from a doctor that runs a clinic in my hometown.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
How I literally get jerked off by my teacher so that way I could go out at night after I'm tired.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry. Was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Yes, ma'am.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hear someone mention something about delicious pancakes?
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
You should not have been able to hear Mona's voice in that instance, if he hadn't already entered the metaverse.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my
That whole scene right before we entered Sai's palace for the first time when she yanked his phone off him, that's when she planted the bug.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Shut it, stupid Inari!
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
For real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Yeah, and in reality, through our actions to save Joker, we saved the guard's life. They were going to kill him. They were going to kill him. This guy, who is, you know, just doing his business and answering to higher ups, was gonna get fucking killed. We saved his life. And they're gonna sit there and say, oh, you're evil. Like, this man didn't know he was gonna get murdered. I'm sure at that point, literally in that instance, he probably went home to see his wife and kids and probably cried his pants and pooped his pants a little, you know? Like, holy shit, I was gonna die.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown
And I can
crimes.
understand why people like Haru and Futaba would be the most pissed off at him. I don't know if they'd ever be able to forgive someone who literally murdered their parent figure. Futaba more so, because Wakaba wasn't even a villain.
There's someone else commanding
Haru
Akechi.
could still make the argument, was like, well, he was kind of bad. I still wanted to, you know, change his heart and stuff. But even still, like, she didn't want him to die, and he straight up shot him. So...
Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
The interrogation room.
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Like how in most other places, it's the exact same outside of what the
That place
palace
is
is.
based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
We had no idea.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target.
I mean, honestly, yeah, especially back when she was like, oh, you're just the pushover kind of girl. I'm sure she took that to, like, extreme consideration, like, wow, this bitch. The lion, the witch, the audacity of this bitch. I'm gonna shove a stick up Akechi's butt.
There reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart.
I'm sure she wanted to slap the shit out of him after that comment.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Oh, we never had.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
I gotta put my
Since
dummy
he
in
had
there.
yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Hell yeah.
They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
That's what I said. It's almost like the beginning of this game shows you, it's like, oh, are we actually like a robbery of a, like, is this an actual robbery of a casino or something? Like, are we actually doing heists and stuff? But then when you play through the game and go even just through the first palace, it's like, oh no, like all these like shadows are completely distorted and they're like weird creatures and stuff. They're not like regular looking people, you know?
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Hang on a sec. Boobs wants in and she's annoying me. God dang it, cat. Stupid. Stupid. Ow! Bro, you know how hard it is to contort myself in this setup, Boobs? And then you have the audacity to be like, meow, I want in now, meow, 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 meow. Me. Yeah? 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 Is that how you speak to your elders? Is that how you speak to your caretaker? The one who raised you, who took you off the streets in your time of need, helped you to provide you a safe and comfortable environment to live the rest of your life in. She's not even looking at me. Bruh. Yeah.
Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Here, Akechi, here's a ticking time bomb in this briefcase. What?
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this.
Yep. All those goofy shenanigan stories that I was talking about was all just to kind of, you know, lighten the mood.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
The phone that you gave him. It all boiled down to you if you were going to show him the phone or not.
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used the laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Yeah, that smirk.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I'm just glad I didn't die.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Bruh.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Within your brain.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
It's just my suave charm, you know?
True.
I'm good at, you know, swooning Nijimas, I guess. You could say it's my forte.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I don't remember drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
Yeah, you were kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so that's understandable because it seems like you're back to yourself now.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
It was a ghostly specter. It was in a different world.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
Oh, they just... Right, they're explaining, like, what did they do about, like... Because they confirmed that he died, but my body's not there. There's nothing in there. The guard left and I'm gone. So what did they do about the discovery of the body? They literally don't have a body to show that I'm actually dead. Like, because I'm not dead. So what are they doing now, is what they're basically saying.
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Yep, that's how much they wanted me dead.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
Hell yeah.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
If I lost consciousness and wouldn't have been able to tell Sai this convoluted story about everything that we've done up to this point, what would I have done? I would have died.
I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I appreciate everyone. I'm trying to just make lighthearted of a very risky scenario that we just managed to pull off, but I do appreciate that everyone was concerned that there was the possibility I could have died. It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Aw, thanks, Heart.
Well,
I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and
Yeah,
carefree side.
well, I knew he would have pulled it off. I'm not worried that he would have just been brutally assassinated.
Can it, cat?
Nah, dude,
I
Ryuji
had
believes
to
in
be
me.
patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
He's the sort of, like, pushing factor of the group, you know what I mean? Like, if you got a broken leg, we'll just run it off, you know?
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Alright, Sai, I need feet pick stat. I'm sorry, what?
You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
This old brain is pooped.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk.
Hell yeah.
You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Thanks, Sojiro.
Are you sure?
What a guy.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
But it's such a welcoming place,
Let
you
us
know?
accept his offer. What a great man.
Truly, the peak of human performance right there. I'm surprised Wakaba wasn't swooning for that man. That's a man right there. Ladies, if there's ever that's a man. That's a man. Oh, let me tell you, Sojiro deserves all the ladies. The summary of the story up to this point has been updated. Press triangle, yeah. And there's the man himself.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akachi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Poopy! Unless we change his
And on to our
heart.
next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears.
What nominees? There's one left. Shido. It's just Shido. This election candidate goes for just Shido.
Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month.
Literally
while
murdered
voting will be
all his
held on the
competition.
18th of
He
next.
literally murdered the rest of his competition and pretty much silenced everyone else. Literally, this election is just Shido.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
There really
Why
isn't.
don't we resume our conversation?
Honestly, what's the point? What's the point in voting? Am I right?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Well, I don't know how it works in Japan, like how electing a prime minister works. I'd assume it almost works kind of like popular vote. A house sort of like represents the popular vote and elects. I don't know, but just how it works in America, it's pointless. It's so pointless.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Masayoshi Cheeto? The Cheeto man himself?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
Remember,
What is
Sojiro
that?
was a government official. Or worked for the
I had
government.
a feeling he was wrapped up in all this. Just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was
Shido.
probably Shido.
That's why he knows about the metaverse.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met
it
with
led
the
up.
associated
And where did that
parties.
lead me? Right here.
Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah!
Yeah, we'll do it like always.
Me and Morgana, yeah!
Then let's check the nav.
Cheeto.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always
political
think of dirty
stuff?
money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
We could start with the Diet Building, right? That's the big election where all, you know, government stuff happens.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent.
Any idea? Oh, geez. Oh, God. It's got to be a fancy restaurant, honestly. Hands down. It has to be, right? Like, where else do politicians meet on a regular basis to discuss things about the country? Fuck. I don't know.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Ow, I keep hitting my elbow.
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
We have to.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this
I don't know all
stuff.
that technological mumbo-jumbo. I just run a coffee shop.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
17th, baby.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
I just go to school. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? You're dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Thanks, Kawakami.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose.
Actually,
escaping
so funny enough, I brought up the fact that, like, it doesn't seem like any of, like, the people outside the Phantom Thieves groups, like, really mentions the fact that you're a Phantom Thief, even though they discovered your identity. If you do have people maxed out in this situation and they know you're a Phantom Thief, throughout this month of going through the palace and going through, like, the free time in between and stuff, they will send you texts, like, worried, like, I certainly hope the leader of the Phantom Thieves is not dead. And then you usually, like, respond like, nope, he's still alive. And then they're like, oh, thank God, you know, you had me worried there or whatever. So they do at least have some hints as to, like, okay, people outside the Phantom Thief groups do recognize and care about you. That, like, you know, because everyone obviously read the news that you're dead. So they were trying to confirm, like, hey, are you actually dead? And then you're like, no, okay, thank God, you had me worried.
Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
We're intellectuals. We watch Rick and Morty.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Hell yeah, we're gonna make it all. They were doing government. That's the only way to cause government scandals, is because they cover it up. Usually that's how you catch, you know, government officials and politicians in scandalous activities, is them covering up their tracks.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
At least I don't have to go to school now.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
And now the villains are basically explaining how they became villains.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
Bruh!
After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
What? Hey, Shido, there's a mirror probably in this room somewhere. You should take a look at it, you know, just letting you know.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
All these politicians are only working for their self-interest. Yeah, that's literally, I'm pretty sure, every politician, at least modern politician in existence. Literally all of them. Every single one of them, at some point, has been working under their own self-interest and not for, like, honestly, like, for real. It's so stupid. Like, I just don't understand how this man can sit here and be like, oh, yes, I'm the one who's working. No. Dude, you literally try to use your political power and influence to take a woman home and do bad things to her. And then you use your power to throw a kid in jail because he tried to stop you from taking advantage of a woman. Whatever, bro.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic Ace Detective was born.
Ace Detective, more like... Ass Detective? I don't know. Whatever.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
God, I hate that smirk, bro. Literally, I don't know what it is about your face, but I just want to deliver one of these right into your suck hole.
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press
Akechi, what do you stand to gain with this man? He's probably gonna fucking kill you too. He's gonna literally whip a gun out of his pants right now and shoot you and be like, no loose ends, am I right? Imagine if you were the one to change my heart. Ha ha ha. Like, why would you trust this man? I don't care if you have magical powers. The dude, you have magical powers right now. Dude could whip out a gun on you and kill you right now and be like, oops, an accident. Whoops. Whoops, an accident.
After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since.
Like, Akechi has to have an ulterior motive here.
The current administration,
and you all know that,
with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Like, why follow this man?
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
He even has an evil laugh.
Finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins.
When I become the world's dictator, and I will literally start World War II over again. What?
I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me.
Yo, where have I seen this before in real life, actually? Am I being honest with you?
Some Sacrifices can't be avoided.
You know, I feel like I've seen this somewhere in a history book before. So someone, you know, charismatic that's trying to, like, you know, reel in the masses to become a powerful country that could compete with the world. You know, I feel like I've seen this somewhere, but it's, you know, it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know if I could, you know, I don't know if it's, like, there yet, but I feel like I've seen this somewhere.
That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
Yeah, and no, he's just gonna kill you.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
What, you don't want to, you know, treat women like objects and have a lot of money? Children these days. They actually want to devote themselves to their own lives. Children these days. Like, what the hell, bro? I fucking hate the adults in this game, man. Oh, looks like things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well,
The chief's right. Let's take it easy for today. Hey, take it easy. That's my middle name.
Just add this.
Sauce, take it easy, vanilla. Alrighty then, my tater chips. That is gonna do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. And there you have it. There's the true reason why Akechi is a bad person. But yeah, that's the big plot twist, I guess you should say. Basically figuring out who the true culprit is and sort of your end target to you know, take down the man that threw you. I mean, it's no surprise that Shido was the man that threw us in. Like, I feel like everyone's made that deduction since day one. Just from his voice alone. Like, just because he puts glasses on now doesn't mean, like, you know, it's like Superman. Like, you can clearly tell who Superman is, even though he's wearing glasses now. But yeah. And you're probably, you know, asking yourself, but Sauce, what about, this is Persona 5 Royal. This isn't just base Persona 5. Where's the next big plot twist? Oh, don't worry. There's still other plot twists. Especially because, you know, we have all the cool additions they made from the base game of into this one. With the whole introduction of, like, third semester and stuff like that. So, that doesn't necessarily mean we have, like, you know, half this game still to go. No. But we still have quite a bit compared to if I was just playing the base game. But still, look forward to more, you know, big story plot beats, you know. They're going to be throwing us into the ring from here on out. No more. This is big boy town, you know. We got to put our Pampers on. This ain't no easy feat. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.